All right, yeah, we rolling. I think we good. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Floor 203 podcast, man. I'm your host, Jay Green. You can see nobody else is here with me today. So, man, we are here to talk a little bit of NBA ball. NBA offseason is upon us, man, and we have been dealing with one of probably the craziest off seasons I think ever. I mean, I don't really know another time where it was crazier because if you look back, bro, we got KD to the Rockets, right? And the Rockets just got stacked. You know, we go look back at the Nuggets. The Nuggets just got stacked. We go look at, like, bro, it's absolutely insane how some of these teams are rebuilt. Like, bro, the Celtics, gone. What happened? They're not going to be there this year. And then you jump over and then you look at the Hawks. Whoa, they really might be here this year. You know, you got Trae Young looking like he could be a dark horse candidate for MVP. And it's like, wow, that's pretty crazy, right? And it's been like such an interesting offseason. But the first thing I really want to talk about is, you know, Georges Niang joining the Boston Celtics, which I think is probably one of the most impactful signings. You know, big bench guy, going to keep the team together, glue guy, going to be a good defensive anchor and keep the Celtics around, and they'll be able to build off that for next season. But into the next trade, probably coming up at second, you know, I'm not going to spend too much time on that one. We got Kevin Durant going to the Houston Rockets. Okay, so this roster now, I mean, KD going there is crazy because, like, you think about OKC, he never won a ring. He leaves and goes to the Warriors. He wins his 2 rings. He's a villain. And now, since then, bro, he's literally just had no luck, you know, because I think it's really karma to a sense because what we had to go through as fans, you know what we had to go through. I remember, bro. I remember seeing that day when he signed with them, and it was soon. It might have been today. Was it on the 4th of July? I'm pretty sure it would have been 9 years ago today. Kevin Durant signed with the Golden State Warriors. Terrible. What a coincidence that I'd be recording that today. By the way, happy 4th of July to everybody watching this, even though this is past 4th of July when you'll be seeing this. But, man, it's like, I think this is a chance where he could actually win a ring. And I honestly wouldn't be too mad at it because, you know, as a LeBron fan, big LeBron guy here, it's like he's not probably going to be winning a ring. You know, we got DeAndre Ayton. I don't know who else we might be able to pick up, but it looks okay right now. You know, I'm still going to get into it and cover it. I'm still cheering for LeBron. But Kevin Durant, Fred VanVleet get another ring, and then you got Jabari Smith, Alfred Sengun, and then you have, bro, like Dorian Finney-Smith too, Steven Adams. This team is so deep, and everybody on this roster is good. Like they just fit together so well. It kind of reminds me, I don't know what it even really reminds me of. It's just been so refreshing to see Houston be good. Like Houston having KD this year, Houston's a good market. You know, I really like what Houston does too, and I'm trying to get to the trade or get to their full roster because, man, I need y'all to tell me a better website I could use to look at like rosters and all this stuff because, like, I feel like some of this stuff that I'll be looking at is just so mid. Like, I can't get to exactly what I want to see. But Kevin Durant going there, I really think that this would be good because if he wins a ring with Houston, this would really be like him bringing a ring to Houston because he'll be the number one guy for sure. And it'll be him and Sengun going into a playoff run would just be absolutely sick. And then, unfortunately, they're just wanting to show me the roster from last year. It's kind of hard to pull up on my phone. I wish I had my computer in front of me. But forget it, man. Moving on to the next thing, we have Cam Johnson going to the Denver Nuggets, and that was for Michael Porter Jr., who goes to the Nets, which is such a good deal because I know a lot of people talked about the 2032 draft pick that was going to be thrown out. And, yeah, you know, Jokic could be older. Jokic could be retired, washed, whatever you want to call it. The Nuggets could somewhat be bad. But, bro, you just got such an upgrade. Like, it really is honestly crazy to me that they were able to do that. And also, back to the Rockets just for a second. being able to get Steven Adams on a 3-year extension, coming down, I guess, kind of towards near the end of his career, is so clutch because, one, that's a great leader. Two, he's still probably top. He's a great offensive rebounder, and he's just going to be a great big man to have, especially for when you have KD in, bro. You literally are bringing the Rockets together, bro. Like you're bringing back OK. Like, it's just so KD and Steven Adams are going to have minutes together this year. That's so refreshing to me. Like, that is really just so refreshing. With Fred VanVleet, bro. Like, and you got Jay Shantae, who's also really, Jeff Green is also very, very fun. You know, you bring back old man Jeff, bro. So you have a good veteran presence. This has got to be my favorite. This has got to be my favorite. Bro, look at, like, bro, I forgot you got Clint Capella 2 on a 3-year deal. You got Dorian Finney-Smith, Kevin Durant. Yeah, you lost Dylan Brooks and Jalen Green, but Dylan Brooks you already got back in Dorian Finney-Smith, if not better. And then you also have so much depth. It's crazy. It really is crazy. I'm just going to go through this list that we have right here. So let's talk about the Indiana Pacers for a second. We can rotate now, and we'll get back to the Rockets because I really think I'm going to talk about it more. But there's no way that the Rockets don't make the conference finals, bro. Think about it. Really think about it. I really hope this mic sounds good. If this mic sounds bad, I'd be heartbroken. I really hope it doesn't sound bad right now. But, dude, the Rockets in the finals playing who? Who's making it out the East? If we had to think right now, I'm going to take the Rockets and, bro, the Rockets-Hawks would be crazy. That'd be pretty cool. But Hawks aren't going to the finals. The Sixers would be dope. Rockets-Sixers finals. Joel Embiid, if they were able to stay healthy, I think that would be awesome. With Jared McCain, Tyrese Maxey, Paul George, that would be dope. But I'm trying to think of the ones that are like unlikely. Because the ones that are like Giannis, like if Giannis and Miles Turner go to the finals, that would be dope. But the Cavs are probably going to be the best team in the East next year. I don't see how they wouldn't be. And Cavs Rockets would be pretty cool. But we got the Clippers. Clippers bring back Nicholas Batum and James Harden. James Harden is great. I'm so happy that he's going to be back for at least another 2 years. He's been playing really good last season. And also being able to bring in Brook Lopez. You got Zubac. You only lost Drew Eubanks. Like, you're good. You really just re-upped. Got a dude that can space the floor a little bit more. I don't know how far this lineup's really going to be able to go. This team is really good. They got a lot of great pieces. Norman Powell, Amir Coffey. I like a lot of these guys that they have. But is that really going to be able to let you do anything? Probably not much, but that doesn't really matter. We're here for the entertainment and the happy vibes because the vibes are amazing in LA right now. Speaking of LA, we got the Lakers. Okay. You got Aiden right now, and you got Jake LaRavia. Okay. Apparently, I don't know much about him. I'm not too familiar with his game, but apparently that's a pretty good pickup, and I'll believe it. Seems like he'll be decent, but that's not terrible. But you lose Dorian Finney-Smith. And by the way, bro, Rob Pelinka going around to GMs talking about yeah, he's not doing that well. I don't think you're going to be able to pay him much. He's kind of hurt. He's actually not that good. Like, it's so weird. Like, he's really trying to, gatekeep. And it was kind of very, annoying to me, to be honest. And by the way, back to the Rockets again, just for a second, because I just got to their complete roster. Because you got to give a shout-out to the NBA app's not terrible. But, okay, you got David Roddy. That's cool. And I'm talking about the people that aren't already mentioned. Reed Shepherd. That's really nice. He should get more play time, too, this year, right? Because he was a top 3 pick last year. And he didn't play it, don't really feel like at all. So I think that will be very nice. By the way, Amen Thompson, too. Did I even bring up Amen Thompson? I feel like I did. That's why I'm not talking about it more. Dude. I'm sorry. We'll get back to what we're talking about. But that is really just insane to me. Jaren Jackson. Okay, now we'll move on to the Memphis Grizzlies. Pardon me. Um, we know we didn't talk enough about the Lakers. You bring in LeBron, and I think the main thing that people are saying, and I really do agree with it, because I don't want to seem like I'm just going over it too quick, but like, bro, LeBron's gonna be the best defender on that team. He's 40. You got Luka, cool, but like, bro, the team doesn't. It's not a team. It's not a team. It's just not. You need fresher faces, bro. You need some new faces. It's just not a, like, you think about this team in your head right now. It's not a basketball team. You need like a Steven Adams. You need a veteran that's gonna be. You need like 3 more guys if this team were to be competent. Like, you're gonna need a veteran big. Think about the 2020 Lakers. I swear to God, the 2020 Lakers, if they were just a little refreshed with like what they got now, would just be, bro, you could bring in Dwight Howard right now. On God. On God, you could bring in Dwight Howard as your last guy off the bench with Bronny. Think about the funny locker. Think about how much Dwight Howard brings to an NBA team, especially the Los Angeles Lakers. He brings so much to the team. It doesn't make sense that he's not a Laker. Like, it'll never make sense to me why he isn't a Laker right now. He should be a Laker right now as we speak. But it's okay. It really doesn't make sense to me. I could sit here for an hour and talk about that. But you need a guy like Beasley again, really, even though that's shout out to him. We'll talk about that in a minute. But you need a guy that is just a real good shooter too. You just don't got it. You don't got it. You got Rui. I like Vanderbilt, but like, if you got rid of Vanderbilt and you had, instead of Vanderbilt, say he left, you bring in Dwight, and you still had Dorian Finney-Smith, ooh, that looks better. But like, bro, you know what I'm saying? We'll move on. But also, Santi Aldama, 3-year deal, returns back to the Grizzlies. Jaren Jackson, back. Cam Spencer goes. So, that's pretty nice. The Grizzlies, I don't know exactly what they're doing. They got Cole Anthony. I'm assuming he should be moved soon. You get KCP, who I think will have a bounce-back year, because like, there's no way he's going to be that bad. And that's really, really good for that team, I think, especially beside Ja, especially a defensive guy. Like, that is really big, in my opinion, because I think that also helped Jaren Jackson, too, tremendously. And you're going to need to see a jump from him, because he's going to be getting paid so much money. It's crazy for not doing, like, too much, in my opinion. And then you got Ty Jerome. That's a great pickup. Apparently, I guess it was really that Pacers series that really sold his bag, which is unfortunate. But he's still got, I think he's getting like $8 million a year, which is super, super nice, bro. Like the NBA is stacked right now. I think that's like one of the biggest things I could say is, bro, like, this league is absolutely like stacked. It's like every team is almost like pretty good. And the Miami Heat did nothing. Absolutely nothing. So we can move on from there. And then we got the Milwaukee Bucks. You bring back Kevin Porter Jr., which is a great pickup. Or maybe not great, sorry. It's a good pickup. Bobby Portis coming back on a 3-year deal with Taurean Prince, Jericho Sims, New York guy, Duncan in the Thames, Jericho Sims, rapping, you feel me? But I'm glad he's coming back. I really thought he was going to be a lot better, to be honest. He has not been doing too much. Kyle Kuzma, too. We can talk about the Bucks for a second. How are we feeling, Bucks fans? Like, are we feeling good about what's going on right now? Like, you brought back Miles Turner, or you brought in Miles Turner, and you brought back the pieces I just read here. You got Giannis. I mean, you got an okay squad. It's okay. It's not bad. You bring in, I don't know exactly who else you're going to really, like, bring in. I don't know. Oh, you brought in Gary Harris, too, which is actually, I didn't know that. Pretty good. But Dame gets waived. Lopez leaves. Pat Connaughton. I wish you could have kept Pat. I really wish you could have kept Pat. But, I mean, obviously, it wasn't going to be able to happen. Because you got Valis. I can't read his name. I'm sorry. You're going to have to help me out. Muselis? Is it Muselis? I don't know. I really don't know. I think that might have been close. But that Bucks team's not going to be bad as people think. And I really think if they're able to make something at the trade deadline, it's going to be able to take them a long way, too. Because I feel like a lot of people miss that. Like, if you didn't get everything done, if you're a team that's on the brink, or you're a team like the Bucks who are going to be forced to make a move if they want to keep Giannis, you're gonna still have a little bit of time to look at these things and let things develop. So I do think that the Bucks will win 2 playoff rounds next year too. I don't want Giannis to leave Milwaukee. I want them to be able to build a good team again. I really want them to be contenders because Giannis being a contender, like the NBA, I feel like is starting to get better. Like I feel like it's going like I can feel the vibes getting better. Like the vibe, or at least my vibes, because maybe the vibes have always been good, but like my vibes maybe have been down, and I like with everything that's going on right now. Truth to God, because like it's the best time a year too right now. This beginning of the playoffs, like two peak things in life. Next up, we got the Minnesota Timberwolves. We got Joe Ingles coming back on a 1 year deal. That's nice. Good veteran guy. Guy that can give you some minutes during the regular season. Don't know if he's giving you much playoff minutes. But you got Julius Randle, Naz Reid coming back on a 5 year deal. Probably overpaid. I think he's making around $28 million. I'm surprised about some of the other deals that were tossed around because Naz Reid getting paid big money and staying with the Timberwolves. I'm surprised he didn't leave. But shout out to him because that's going to be the highest paid six man ever. Unless he starts. Will he start? I don't know. I don't think so, right? Because you got Rudy Gobert. Pardon me. I might sound like a casual there, but I don't think. Is there a way that they would do that? I don't believe so. But now we got Nickeil Alexander-Walker leaving, Luka Graza leaving, which I mean isn't too big of a deal. He joins the Celtics, and I feel like he's always been decent. I think he'll actually be a pretty good piece there. And you know what sucks? And I'm gonna call this now, bro. The Celtics are gonna be back in the finals within 2 years. With it like after this next year. You're gonna leave this year, right? You're gonna have Luka Graza. You're gonna have some of these white boys coming off the bench that we don't really know about, black dudes too. But like you'll have these dudes coming off the bench that are sitting there kind of just brewing. They kind of just in a lab. They just sitting there brewing, and you don't really know about them. You ain't heard about them, but they just sitting there just getting better. They sitting there practice chemistry, getting better. Peyton Pritchard type, getting better. Boom, working. All of a sudden they're fucking ballers, major ballers. I could see Luka Graza being a major baller in 2 years and being like a major contributor, like off the bench as a big man, like a Luke Cornett type, like literally just bringing back Luke Cornett, just forming him, but maybe even better, you know, crazy. Um, but then moving on to the New Orleans Pelicans, you get Sadiq Bey, Kevin Looney, and Jordan Poole. Pretty nice. I'm not gonna lie. I'm very impressed with what they were able to do. Don't know exactly what we're doing. I say we like I'm a fan, but I've been making videos on them for years about how they'd be contenders. Literally, my first ever video was 3 years ago, talking about who's going to be their year. I watched it too. It sounded great, but you know what happens. I still believe they could be good, and it's already happened. They suck. They got hurt, but I still think that team could have been, bro. Like bring that team back now. Still could have been a championship contender, but Bruce Brown leaves. That doesn't really matter. C.J. McCollum leaves, goes to the Wizards. That was for the pool. It doesn't really matter. Kelly Olynyk, who cares? Okay, we don't care. Back to New York. I'm sorry, by the way, no disrespect to Kelly Olynyk, who tore out Kevin Love's shoulder, which is why the Cleveland Cavaliers couldn't win the 2015 championship. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But we ain't even gonna talk about it, Kelly. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Man, ripped his shoulder out, bro. Like, can we talk about that? Bro, Brown would have had 5 to 7 rings if KD didn't go to the Warriors and Kevin Love didn't. Bro, Kyrie's knee exploded, bro. They should have had 2 rings in Cleveland. You got 16 and 15, or at least 15, and say they didn't win 3-1. Bro, it should have been 2 rings, though. It should have, bro. Bron, that was Bron's shit. Y'all don't talk about that enough. That was Bron's ring. But Kelly Olynyk. Back to what we were talking about. We got additions now. We got Jordan Clarkson going up to the Knicks. I think that was a great pickup. Kelly Olynyk, bro, why'd you do that? Orlando Magic. Oh, we can talk about OKC. OKC got Shea Gilgeous-Alexander on a 4-year extension. Jay Mitchell, I don't know who that is. I really don't know who that is. 3-year deal. And then Jalen Williams, shout out to bro. 3-year extension. That's so dope. Like, that's so dope. Like, that is really good for him, bro. Like, and he's been good in the minutes that he gets when he's playing like 20, 30 minutes a game. Like, when he starts, bro, in his few games, he's nice. Like, he is really nice. I'm not gonna lie. That's great. I'm really just happy for him, bro. Just seeing his smile, bro. He's such a happy dude, bro. But now we got the Orlando. Oh wait, what else? They lost Dylan Jones. Oh, that stinks. Dylan Jones. Let's see. Oh, that was in the Mark. Was that in the Mark? What am I tripping about? Mark Williams went to the Suns, buddy. I don't know exactly where it was, but we don't really care about Dylan Jones. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Now we get all the way up to the Orlando Magic re-signing Mo Wagner. Sorry, I'm looking at my phone so much. I'm gonna try to like be looking up more, but it's hard to keep a lot of this like in my head. I like having it like in front of me, but maybe like up on like a prompt on a screen so I can be looking towards like the camera more. But now they brought in Desmond Baines and Tyus Jones. That's mwah, mwah. That is beautiful because you get a good backup point guard who might get spotty playoff minutes, who is just a safe ball handler, good guy. Desmond Bain, sharpshooter, defensive. Like, I think this is going to be really good. Adding him, you lose Cole Anthony, doesn't matter. KCP sucked. He sucked. So it's like, yeah, you lost him, but like if he was really good, that would stink. But like he's literally sucked. He could still be good in Memphis, but like he wasn't going to be good in Orlando. And you lose Gary Harris to the Bucks, which is also you're fine. You're not losing sleep over that. So you bring in a lot, you lose a little, you lose your first round picks, whatever. No one cares about picks, really, at the end of the day. And then we got Justin Edwards and Eric Gordon re-signing with the Sixers and bringing in Trenton Watford on a 2-year deal. Or Trendon, is it? How do you even? Yeah, cool. And then you got Yabusele, if I'm not mistaken. Come here, baby. Come here. Come here. Sorry, my dog keeps. Come here. I think he wanted to show up for a minute. Come here. Come here. Come here. Look at that. Isn't that so sweet? But now we got the Phoenix Suns, and they bring in Dylan Brooks, Jalen Green, Mark Williams, which I really don't understand what you're supposed to be doing this year. You're going to have way too many guards. You still have Jalen Green, Booker, like, and Beal. I hope you can get rid of Beal. Green will have a good feel out year this year because the Suns aren't probably going to be that good, but they could be mid. Like, they could be, like, not competitive, but, like, competitive, play-in worthy. Like, you could get enough competitive games to see what you want to do with Jalen Green. I wish him the best, truthfully. A lot of my friends thought he was going to be, like, really, really good. I know he wasn't going to be really, really good because of just, how he played. And that damn commercial, that damn playoff commercial, the one talking about, I'm the biggest, the largest. This dog is really, really, really fiending for this attention, man. But let's keep it rolling. Bringing up our next team to talk about. Sorry, I'm not really talking about the Suns much here. They're just it's kind of dead. It really is kind of dead. I'm not gonna lie. And next up, we got the Portland Trail Blazers. You bring back Garrett Temple. That's pretty nice. And then you got Drew Holiday, who I don't know what's gonna happen with Drew Holiday. Apparently, he wants to stay or doesn't want to stay, but I don't know if he's gonna be moved anywhere. I don't know what's really gonna happen there. You lose Anthony Simons to the Celtics. That's kind of good for them. I think the Celtics are going to be moving him too. I don't know where he's going to be going. He might stay, but it's been all up in the air. Nothing really too much has happened yet. And then DeAndre Ayton, of course, leaves, goes to the Lakers, which we don't really care about until we see something, until we see some change. And next up, we have what? What? Oh. What is? Okay, thank God. Oh, here he goes. Sorry, this is not good podcasting. Too much dead space. What? This isn't even dead space though. What? Okay. To the Washington Wizards, C.J. McCollum joins. You get Dylan Jones and Kelly Olynyk. You lost Sadiq Bey and Jordan Poole. You're still gonna suck this year. I don't know exactly what you're gonna want to be able to do if you're a Wizards fan. What do you think your team's gonna be doing this year? I don't know. We're gonna do a deep dive in each team, by the way, in the next episode. And we're gonna talk about how I think they're gonna do, or how I think their off season's been looking. We'll take a few minutes into each team. But this is just a general, just going over everything. Moving to the Toronto Raptors, we got Jakob Poeltl going to a 4-year deal. Great for him. Surprised he hasn't went anywhere, but he's getting the bag overseas. So it's been incredible for him. By the way, that Westbrook deal, is that real? I couldn't find. I'm pretty sure it was fake. But apparently there was a 3-year, $150 million deal, which I'm pretty sure was fake. But I would take that bag all day. If I was Westbrook, I'm out of there. Come here. All right, bro. This dude don't know how to just get up on the couch. He's standing on his lower half. But, well, right now, I'm pretty sure that was everything. I missed the Spurs, but they did not do much in free agency. They did get the number 2 overall pick. But we're gonna get into draft stuff later too. I'm pretty sure that was everything to do with free agency. Any other big trades that I might have not covered or talked about? I'm trying to look at some transactions. But I'm trying to look. Where's the trade tracker? Let's see. Yeah, that's really all the important stuff. Jordan Clarkson going to the Knicks, I think, is really a sneaky thing. Because I think he could average 18 to 20 off that bench. And be a big... Bro, this dog. Did my computer just die? Hey, man, thank y'all for watching. We're going black in 3, 2, 1. And make sure you do leave a like and subscribe if you made it this far. It would be much appreciated. I'm trying to make it my boy Kenny Beecham one day. Whoever. Shout out to y'all. Basketball content coming on this page too, low-key. I'm finna start doing everything here. So it's gonna be more professional, we come in with it a little different. Not crazy, but a little different. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.